we're gonna check if we got any letters, and then we're gonna do some reading, because we probably have a lot to read now. Greetings from the Crimson Caravans. From Eloise. I trust you and your party gained dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the market and put you in need of additional assistance, you will find the Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We might even offer a discount on our usual rates. Eloise. How much of a discount? Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of Storm's final mother crystal. For now, the realm endures, but with each new flood do her few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is as ever dire. Fresh winds shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. I couldn't read his name, I was like, ugh. Quite a mess. Word out of Twinside is that there is a little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did. But a stolus might be good to set Elle's mind at ease. Theodore. Oh, thank you for caring about us. Maybe we should go back to them also, just to show we're alive and well. But right now we're going to Harpocrates. And we're gonna do some reading. Look at the skies. It's not blue anymore.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silks stained.
I hope they both made it.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Let's stock up
We can
what you
ask about the skies. I hope you're not expecting me to explain these guys. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it were the end of the world. Don't say that.
In chaos.
I've had orders cancelled on me left and right, and that's from the few associates I haven't lost contact with.
Goes.
There's opportunity and adversity. The market for sharp steel is more bullish than ever. I'll find a way to keep this place fed and watered, don't you worry. I won't let our little family go hungry, whatever the weather. That's good to know. We won't be starving.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
No. Not that either. Not that either. Okay, nothing new.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
I mean, we could.
So what do I owe the honor?
Do we have a new weapon or anything?
Fran about us, guys.
Won't help me get my work done. So I'm going to keep to my forge and leave saving the world to those better suited to the task.
Unless that is...
They fancy giving me a hand shooing the birds.
What do you want?
Oh, Brightburn.
No scratches, all right?
Let's see how it looks. Anything else to do? Whoa. Drake Slayer's bracelet. The Sons of Ouroboros. Oh my god, this one is really good. We have nothing. Might have to go hunting. Might have to go hunting, indeed.
And?
What you got now?
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
He really has every single animal soon.
Lady
Wow.
Karen told me that you've begun dealings with the Crimson Caravans.
Oh, do you know them?
Word of warning. Tighten your purse strings when in Bocklad. They're a few shrewder than Eloise in matters of business.
Is that so? Okay, we should go to Harpocrates and do some reading. We probably have a lot.
Battle cries of dread, one die, in ruin lies less.
No one is checking out our twirling. But I like that he always has like new ballads.
Will there be thunder?
Not that kind of storm. I'm sorry about that. Sins of the Zemeckis, an illustrated history of the twins, tales of the founder, Mortre de Olivier. What does that mean? Is it like Death of Olivier or something?
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. With the darkening skies,
Fear has once again taken hold of our hearts. And though I have not the power to dispel the gloom above, I should like to believe my tales help to lighten it below.
but be that as it may,
Turning our eyes from the problems which face us will not help to solve them. A mere tale cannot lighten the burden of those who must bear the weight of the world. Sure,
I don't
world
believe
were
you've
never
read
spoken.
this particular chapter before.
Oh, what you got for me? Ooh,
Now this,
damn.
I believe you will find most interesting.
We have some reading to do. Part of the Mother Crystal, the bright convolution of shards that sits at the center of each Mother Crystal. When a heart shatters, so too does the mountain around it. Since time immemorial, sanctuaries have been built around the hearts for the worship and protection of these irreplaceable treasures. The hearts, however, have their own method of self-defense, replying to any attack upon them with unique and deadly magics. That's what happened toward Dion. When Sidolphus Telamon put his plans to destroy the Mother Crystals in motion, 5 of their number towered over the twins. 3 less than Ultima set in place, Aeons passed. The Mother Crystal of Zemeckis was the first to fall, followed by Drake's Horn in southern Ash and Drake's Eye in the northern territories. Now, nothing remains of them, save for the scars left behind by their passing. Lost Mother Crystals. Gil. Gil has been the common currency of Valisthea ever since the signing of the Continental Accord many centuries ago. The Accord entrusted the administration of the currency to the realm's most trusted merchant guild. Headquartered in what would later become the Free Cities of Canver, the new currency took its name from the founder of said merchant guild, the legendary trader Gilbard the Golden. Trade flourished around a newly established mint, and over time, the worship of money grew into a full-fledged religion, the Great Bank of Gilbert the Lender. That's why we all feel like loan sharks. Adamantite, one of the hardest known materials in twins. Seams of its ore have only been found in the far-flung reaches of Ash, where the forces of first Veldermark, then Waloed, often warred with the orcs who claimed the lands as their own. Though the metal makes for fine arms and armor, the rarity of both its ore and craftsman, versed in the peculiarities of its forging, ensures that adamantite weapons remain the preserve.
If you have a question for me,
we
I
have
should be
to
happy
read
answer it.
so much. Okay, I need to pick something very interesting, like this. The otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy and turmoil that has plunged Valisthea. He means to claim Clive as his vessel, Mythos, by purging his will. A will strengthened by the ties of consciousness that bind Clive with others. He unleashes primogenesis upon the world, shrouding it in darkness and turning thousands akashic. That these ties of consciousness might be lost but be loosened. Might at last be loosened. Okay, so that's what he's trying to do with this primogenesis. He doesn't want anyone to be conscious. He just wants to like wipe out the souls of people. A spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pall over all Valisthea. How do we even stop this? We probably have to stop him. And Barnabas, does he really think that he will be left? The two Eikons of fire united as one. Clive and Joshua manifested this being in the skies above the crystalline dominion, after entreating their Eikons to grant them the power they needed to quell the raging behemoth. It has the body of Ifrit, the wings of the phoenix, and a might that far exceeds either Eikon alone. Well, that's what we needed to bring down Bahamut. Dominant of Phoenix and former heir to the ducal throne. Though he and Clive trod their separate paths for many years, the brothers were finally reunited amid the ruins of the crystalline dominion. They finally had their reunion. I was a little bit worried that he might die, Joshua that is. The crystal flower. When Drake's tail came under attack by a maddened behemoth, the heart of the mother crystal responded by delving into its attacker's innermost thoughts and summoning into creation that which most plagued his tortured soul, the wyvern tail that represented the trust Prince Dion's father placed in him and his duty to the realm. That's so evil! I almost thought that Dion was the one who created it, but makes sense that it wasn't. Rise of the Worm, a rebellion of the Holy Order of the Knights Dragoon that took place in the Crystalline Dominion. It was provoked by Emperor Sylvester Lasage's decision to overlook his eldest son, Dion, and make his second-born, Olivier, child of the Empress Annabella, crown prince in his place. Seeing this as yet another victory for Annabella in her long campaign to subvert Sambrecht's politics for her own ends, Prince Dion ordered the dragoons into action, but having lost control of his Eikon, he inadvertently led ways to the city he had tried to save. Oh, he went ballistic. Understandably so. Understandably so. I hold nothing against Dion, I just hope he's alive and well. Oh, we have Torgal. Clive's faithful friend. He is a rare frost wolf imbued with the same sorcerous strength as his ancestor Fenrir, which he calls upon to defend his allies in times of crisis. Though the manner in which he primes into his Fenriric form is reminiscent of dominants summoning their Eikons, Torgal calls not on his own Eikon, but upon the powers of those who have walked beside him over the years, and with whose Aether he has become imbued. Oh, that's interesting. And those who have walked beside him is Jill, Joshua, and Clive. Dion Lasage, Prince of the Holy Empire of Sambrecht and dominant of Bahamut. Dion led his dragoons in revolt against the perceived treason of Empress Annabella and her son Olivier, but was instead goaded into slaying his own father and driven to madness, transforming into Bahamut and laying waste to too much of the Dominion. Imagine how he must feel now. Just imagine. If he wakes up, he's gonna want to be dead. King of Waloed and dominant of Odin, the Warden of Darkness. Though his nation's isolation in Ash allows Barnabas to remain aloof from the affairs of Storm, and he has oft elected to do precisely that. His movements of late would suggest that he has ambitions on the Western continent. I wonder when we will meet up with him, and how strong he is. Otto, chief steward of Clive's Hideaway, and Sid's Hideaway before it. He first met Sid aboard the trading ship he worked as a pursuer, and the two became fast friends. However, after his firstborn awakened as a bearer, and his family gladly condemned the son he loved to a life of slavery, Otto could no longer turn a blind eye to the suffering of those touched by the Aether. His friend rallied to his cause, and together they swore to save Otto's son and others like him. Oh, my eyes are so freaking dry. Can I continue reading? Yes, I can. I just need to blink more. Apprentice to Charon and ally of the Hideaway. He aided Clive and Jill in gaining entry to the besieged Crystalline Dominion by having them pose as sellsword hired to protect an honest merchant visiting Twinside to trade in smithing paraphernalia? I don't know that word. Somehow surviving the chaos that was to follow, he was scooped up from the ruined city by Joshua, who transformed into the Phoenix to affect his allies. Okay, what more? Can't be reading the entire episode. Quinton, very interesting character. The inscrutable landlord of Lost Wings Tavern and the leader of the village. Once a high-ranking member of the Sambrek Judiciary, Quinton was ousted from his post and his family slain on the orders of the Lord Chief Justice. Quinton swore to bring his own brand of justice upon his nemesis' head. And it is to this end that he recruits like-minded bearers to his cause. I wonder if we can help him with this. Because I really do want to help him. Annabella. But we have Olivier here as well. Son of Sylvester and Annabella Lesage. Thanks in large part to his mother's machinations, Olivier was anointed Emperor of the Holy Empire of Sambrek, a fact that triggered his half-brother Prince Dion to launch a coup against him. It was Olivier's sinister goading that drove Dion to madness and led to his own demise. Pierced through the heart by Dion's fear, as the boy died, his body crumbled into dust, proof that he had become naught but another puppet of Ultima. But was he a real boy or not? I assumed that he was, but he was taken over by Ultima. So that's why there was no blood or anything. He just crumbled into dust. Barnabas' mother, Sir Terence, second in command of the Dragoons, the foremost fighting force of the Holy Empire of Sambrek. His sword remains ever at the ready should anyone be foolish enough to make an attempt on the life of his liege lord, Prince Dion. Born to a family of minor nobles, Terence entered the prince's service as a squire before climbing the Dragoons' ranks. He and Dion are lovers. Is he alive? I freaking hope so, because then I think Dion, I don't know how much he can take. Barnabas' mother. The mother of King Barnabas of Waloed, or at least an Ultima summoned illusion of her as His Majesty remembers her in life. Does that mean she died young? Because Barnabas is way older than his mother. The mother there looked like she was like, what, 30? Anything else? There's still a lot to read. I think I'll read most of it by myself and then just like bring it up while we're in gameplay. The Warden of Fire, whose strength resides within Joshua Rosfield. 18 years after the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate and Joshua's presumed demise, the Phoenix spread its wings once more in the skies above the crystalline dominion, wings in which reside the flames of rebirth. I still have a question, like, did Annabella know that Olivier wasn't really Olivier? I think she might have known. The Warden of Light, whose power dwells within Dion Lasage, Prince of Sambrek, a tribe known as the Motes of Light, once dwelled in the northeast reaches of Storm, where the great city of Oriflamme now stands, among which the dominant of Bahamut would always emerge. In modern times, dominants are often born among the Sambrek nobility, most likely because the tribe's bloodline still runs strong in their ranks. So Bahamut is Warden of Light, while Odin is Warden of Darkness. That would have been an interesting fight, though, to see. There was already a fight like that, but...
The shelves shall ever be open.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts?
Really?
Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers.
So they knew about the ether floods.
They built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
You mean like the toughest chocobos survived, or like chocobos are immune? Oh well, okay. We're just gonna continue the gameplay. I'm just gonna do some training with Bahamut's powers and put my skill points anywhere that I see fit. Okay, I did some training for like 5 minutes, but still. That's better than nothing. So now we go speak with Otto.
Will we ever see the sun again?
I know how you feel. Oh, Torgal. Torgal, are you doing good, my boy? Oh, the way he turned his head.
Mother, save us.
Might be hard now there's only one.
Then we're all doomed.
Don't call it a day yet. I mean, we're gonna survive this, right? But you never know, because Final Fantasy games have a way to make us cry. Like, all the time. At least me.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Let's see what we have. This one. The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept the truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. A humble servant. High cleric medallion. Now what does that do? Sounds like something with HP. Increases healing potency of high potions by 25%. That is not bad. Not at all. We're gonna do these hunting missions as well, although we'll see. Did I ever tell you about the time I toured the Northern Territories?
I trust you wrapped up warm.
I did no such thing, Kupo. We moogles don't feel the cold. Thanks to our exceptionally fluffy fur. Oh my god, I won't be able to read all this. I'll just read it. Yeah, we wouldn't want you to become a hat. I'm gonna go just defeat most of these, I'm thinking. I don't know if I'll keep it in the video or if I'll just run around by myself and not record. Might do that. Unless the fight is like really cool. Oh, she's changed up her outfit.
Girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
Does she mean Dion? By the clothing, it feels like Dion. Where are the guys?
The curses.
My brothers. One of them not knowing that we're also his brother.
Both your brother
fictionally.
and the prince were bad enough, but that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
Probably. Nothing new. It's still about Clive. Would have been interesting if that letter there would be just updated. Maybe that was the point of it, that it would be updated, but they never got to it?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivianne and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Speak with Vivianne and then Harpocrates.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
Look at our sword!
I hope so.
So beautiful.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
The blight is taking over.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, While the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire,
Understandably so.
fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble.
Nothing is going well.
Moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off storm.
They're coming.
The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Although this is good for us, this will be easier.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Wulu deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
Except us.
None but us.
Well, we need to take Barnabas down, or else he's gonna slaughter many. Although it feels like he's focusing everything he has on Clive now because of Ultima. And is Barnabas really that naive to think that Ultima would just leave him to live in Ultima's world that he wants to create?
You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Makes sense.
He has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
Yep.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time.
What if we find it?
Me, I hope.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
I want to find this journal.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
That makes so much sense with the Zemeckis waterfall. And I really want to find this Moss the Chronicler book, the journal. So we can't just brush that away. We need it. There has to be so much history in that. Maybe it'll even help us. Can we speak to Jill? No.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabelle and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
What?
When it rains...
It pours!
It pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Well, I hope they're all alive.
The messages from Martha, Isabelle and Lubor weren't long. But what they lacked in detail, they more than made up for in urgency. Our friends need your help.
Yep, and we're gonna help them. Well, I'm ready now. And there's no side quests, so let's just go. What if we, like, have to choose one of these three? No, they can't be doing that, right? Let's just start with Northreach. If that's what's gonna happen, like you can just pick one of them.
First we find Isabelle.
The bloke saying he saw ghosts.
Who would I pick? I think I would... No, I can't even choose.
Meadows, then why isn't a garrison dealing with them?
Probably choose either Lubor or Martha. Because I'm thinking the soldiers here are helping.
I can't.
What? Can't fight those things. What are you mean? What do you mean? Of course we have to.
My lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
What?
Ultimus Thrall.
Oh.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Why we fight? Visit the garrison. Well, I hope our madame is well and alive.
For more on the captain's orders.
And I hope she don't flirt with us with Jill around. Nah, she wouldn't be flirting now. When all this is happening.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days!
Why don't they help?
What would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
This ain't looking good. Can we trust them?
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
Girl!
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
Yes,
The
Jill!
way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Oh my god, our sword is so cool, and look at it. Oh my gosh.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Do we have to save the people of Moor?
They're still in the cabin.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Sure, if you say so, Jill. If it was up to me, I would only save the children. Because they can be thought again. But the adults, they have made up their minds about how they treat bearers. But the kids are just a reflection of their parents. So it's the parents' fault. Well, Torgal, I just wanted to pet you. Can I? Yay!
After it.
Okay, you get some candy. And pets. There we go. Now head for more. Damn, Jill, you're fast. Torgal? Whoa! We're wearing too heavy armor, right? That's why. Right? I wonder what we'll see here. Any humans that turned Akashic? Maybe? Seems pretty empty.
Clive, look!
Here they are.
With me! Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal!
I like Impulse.
Save your strength. Torgal, kill! Over here! Go for this
I just realized I wasn't even hitting anything. I thought I was. Oh. I was just thinking about how good the lightning rod must be in a boss fight, especially when the boss isn't moving around.
all yours, Torgal. Over here.
I wasn't close enough. What if Ultima was the one who created humanity and was like, nah, I don't want humanity to even exist no more? Or maybe there was a reason. Like, what if he made humanity look very, very different from him and the Fallen? But what if he needed humanity for a reason? be several other gods. And he's just the one that freaking hates our guts and wants to take over the world. Or if he is from another planet and that planet is dying and he came here to take Valisthea. Makes sense. But wouldn't we have someone that protects us?
Do you think there are more?
Mythos.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabelle know.
Yep. Almost dropped my controller.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Good job.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
You're welcome, business lady.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive, but without all the mocks and mows.
Well, good thing he wasn't trying to flirt up Clive again. Jill was fast to respond. I freaking love that. I love that the devs were like, no, she's definitely gonna reply to this. Because if she would have ignored it, I would be like...
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Oh, we're gonna go there right now.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Probably. Oh, I hope we can return these skies. Valisthea, a realm compromising the twin continents of Storm and Ash, over which the Mother Crystals stand timeless vigil. Timeless, that is, until Sid and his disciples commenced their campaign to bring each one crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion to every corner of the land. When ill-omened clouds summoned by Ultima gathered over Valisthea, the delicate balance governing the magic-yielding power of Aether was finally shattered, and the realm was changed forever. Well, well, well. What if we unleash something when we're breaking these crystals? I mean, we don't really know what will happen. Maybe if we find this journal, maybe it'll say something. But you know what? I trust in Sid.
Abandoned us, do you?
I trust in Sid. He was very wise.
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long. Might buy us a few moments to say our last farewells, though.
And I think Harpocrates, if he would have thought it was a bad idea, he's also very wise. So if he would have tried to stop us, it would have been different. Flames of Rebirth. We're gonna bring back Garuda. Yes, I will. To do Wicked Wheel or Willow Wikes? Yes, let's do that. We have Deadly Embrace anyway, so...
Clive, wounded.
Where? Oh. Oh. No chocobo turned. That's good to know.
All yours, Torgal.
Yay! I love that we're keeping down everyone because of the Willow Wikes. There we go. Is there gonna be a bigger enemy? Or was this it? For now?
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield.
Oh.
We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
I thought so with outfit.
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn.
Oh.
Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Can we go after Wade? What if something happens to him?
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We're here, so...
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Martha is like the glue. She's keeping their morale. gonna try to save as many as possible. I'm guessing they mean this lift. There's no other lift, right? Uh-oh, someone has fallen.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
That one's pretty strong as a non-Akashic, so...
Silence!
Okay, at least we pierce through with this. With the overdrive. Oh. Okay. Not at the shell, at least. And not at the tail either. Has to be the head. Oh my gosh, sent me flying. Deadly embrace. There we go. I almost got so happy seeing Benedicta, but it was Ultima disguised as Benedicta, then Hugo, then Barnabas' mother. Talking about Barnabas' mother, like, does she have a background story? Are we gonna see more of her? Is she alive? No, she can't be alive, right? No. Because Barnabas is like, he should be like 50? No, of course she could be alive. But since he seemed like he missed his mother, she has to be dead. Or else he could just go and see her, but she could be alive, although he doesn't know. Or what if Ultima did something? Well, it'll be kind of strange if we get to see her and then no backstory. Maybe we could make with his mother. We maybe could make him turn from Ultima. If she would be alive. Oh my god, we are getting whooped. Because I'm focusing on completely different things.
Over here!
And also, why is Barnabas on Ultima's side? Does he not know that Ultima wishes to throw away all of humanity? Because why else Primogenesis? Is Barnabas? Is he really that naive to think that Ultima would keep him alive? because he seems pretty apathic to everything. Ultima, that is. And he's just trying to wipe out everyone's consciousness with this. With these ether floods. Now that's done.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Okay, now we go there. I'm guessing we'll have to go back to Northreach as well, because they said that this won't be the end of it. We didn't really see any people at Moor. Oh well. Not too sad about that. Goblins!
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Oh wow. Did you see our overdrive? How it just filled up? This is great. No! A chocobo! What you said! Oh, well, they didn't say that chocobos have an immunity to ether floods. Just that some with a stronger will do. Some are weaker than the other. Oh my gosh. Can't believe they made us attack chocobos. Oh.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Well, that eye is dangerous.
Titan!
Oh, we don't have any Titan skills. Don't you start with me. Come on, come down here. This is where I should have used the lightning rod. Jill is just standing around being like, ah, yeah, you guys can do this. She's preserving her strength. Right in the face. Oh my gosh! Sent me flying. I love that slow motion animation when we evade. Because of the berserker ring. It's so satisfying. Were we too far away? No. Now we have it! Oh my god, look at this! We could have definitely done more damage, but that was the end. Lightning Rod. Think about it. Lightning Rod with Willow Wikes and Wicked Wheel, or Gauge.
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Bahamut's Impulse would also do a lot of damage with the Lightning Rod, I think. Since they go around.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Now we have to go to... Oh, we got a scarf! For as long as the firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. Wade! Well, now we need to go and save Lubor and his gang.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh.
Oscar, over here.
The squire?
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade.
He's shy.
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest.
Finest looking.
Spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that,
He's such a fan. I love him.
There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Come on!
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Take him under your wings.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Great. And we're gonna go to Dalimil. But now I'm gonna end the episode, so thank you all for watching and bye bye.